Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Grow to Glow Tarot. This is what you can do for your mental health right now for about the next month or so. Excuse me. Okay. Financial issues on your mind. Working overtime and burning the candle at both ends. Really struggling there. That's what's in your unconscious. Or your subconscious. I mean, that's what's hidden from you. Daydreaming about something better. Yeah. Daydreaming about getting away from that overwork. Clarify this Queen of Pentacles for Taurus. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. How about the Five of Swords? Ten of Cups. Clarify the Ten of Cups for Taurus. What about this Page of Pentacles? Clarify the Sun and the Six of Wands. The Sun and the Six of Wands. Are there any clarifiers? Nope, there were three. Okay. And here we have the Four of Wands. Bottom of this deck. The Sun and the Queen of Pentacles. So you've got the Queen of Pentacles twice, the Sun twice. The Happy Homecoming. So it's in your subconscious. This fear about not having enough finances, about overworking, about burning the candle at both ends. You're wanting to have a victory over your finances and to have a great homecoming. But there's this fear here. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is all about nurturing your abundance. She's about really building up your health, your mental health, but also your finances. You know, if you don't have a stable career and stable finances, that really does affect your mental health. If you're concerned about not having enough for the holidays, so you can either, take on a second job or a third job, or you can cut your spending. Find ways to cut your spending. But this queen is talking about nurturing your mental health, nurturing your prosperity, and really trying to find this Ace of Wands. He's holding the world. I don't know if you can see it, that he's holding the world there, but he's holding the world. It's all about that creativity and being able to get what it is that you want, using your creativity, using your passion, your spirituality to get what it is that you want in this new beginning. You want this abundance, you want some sort of healing, and you need to be able to blend two different things, whether it is two jobs or a third, or two different parts of your life and yourself. Where you're in conflict, you need to figure out how to blend those things. You need to figure out where there's this conflict for material things. And it's conflict between the material and the spiritual, right? If you're a minimalist, this time of year is quite hard. You see like people spending money on stuff that, maybe they'll play with it for like a month after they get it at Christmas, and then it'll go in a cupboard and never be used again. It creates waste this time of year. Everything from the packaging waste to the product waste. And that can be a conflict internally, spiritually. That can be the conflict of the Five of Wands is, do I really need this? I want this, but am I really going to play with this? Am I really going to use this product for, its lifespan? Or is it just waste? Is it a temporary lust that I'm feeling for this product? Or is it something that's going to last me for a long time? Something that I'm going to be grateful I've spent the money on? And when you're buying gifts for other people, that's also a consideration. That can create stress, and that can create this conflict that you need to bridge. Or it could just be about financially not having enough for certain resources and wanting to provide those resources for other people as well as yourself, but not being able to. So, this is the time of year when those conflicts definitely come into play, and they have a huge effect on our mental health, even if we're not minimalist. I'm not sure why I got off on minimalist, but for some reason I was talking about that because I was thinking about it. It just popped in my head and out my mouth. So somebody must need to hear that there's this conflict between, is this item really worth the time that I'm going to spend with it? Or is it worth the time that my children are going to spend with it? $50 toy that they're going to play with for 2 hours on Christmas Day and ignore for the rest of the year, versus what could I get them that's more meaningful, that they'll enjoy for the rest of the year, or at least for the next 3 months, versus 5 minutes or 2 hours or whatever. That's definitely a conflict. So this Five of Swords, this talks about feeling betrayed. It talks about envy, jealousy, breakdown in communication because of envy and jealousy. It also talks about small losses that build up over time. And this Five of Pentacles is this feeling of lack, this feeling of poor mental health because of these losses, feeling like you can't, even though there's this building here, you've turned your back to it. Feeling like you can't get sucker in that house, like um, you can't go in there. Traditionally, it's a church, um, and you're close to shelter, but feeling like you just can't, like you're not going to be welcome there. You're not going to be able to go where you need to go to get what it is you need to help you with your mental health, to help you with your finances, with these issues. And the Hangman is telling you you need to see things from a different perspective. Even though it's a different day, but you feel like it's the same day, it is a different day. And it's about your perspective. It's not necessarily about what you do day to day. Your actions will follow your perspective. You change your thinking, you'll change your behavior, and then you'll change your day. You'll change the way things happen. So over time, you've built up this feeling of, lack, this feeling of betrayal, this feeling of, life is a struggle. But that's kept you in stasis. It's kept you from changing. And you need to see it from a different perspective. You need to take action, take movement, think about the changes that you want in your life and start implementing those changes. Start implementing habits, routines that are going to help you get those changes. You're not going to overcome this feeling of lack overnight, but it's also not healthy for you to stay in it. Okay? It's just going to perpetuate itself if you stay in it. So you're needing to get out of it. Think about one little small thing you can do every day, one little small step you can do every day, and start implementing a step for a week, then implement another one. So this 10 of Cups, all about your emotional fulfillment, your emotional happiness, the end of a cycle where you've been wanting a new beginning in your mental health, but it's been delayed because your emotional health has been blocked. It's been blocked by whatever the devil energy is, whatever this negative energy, this lack mindset, this where you've been holding on to that, or you've been holding on to things or people that just aren't good for you. You need to make the choice to let go of those things, to let go of those people, to let go of those mindsets, and to get your emotions better under control in order to have this new beginning towards happiness, towards what it is you want, in order to close out this cycle where other things and other people have been controlling your life and negativity has been controlling your life. You're needing to make the decision to move towards the satisfaction, towards the happiness, towards the happy home life, towards what it is that you want. So this pages are messengers. They're also children who study. They're at the very beginning of the journey of the court cards. So she is sideways. If it's in the reverse, it's talking about not learning. a lesson through this mental health issue. If she's an upright, she's learned the lesson, she's studying, she's understanding what happened and what she can do to avoid it in the future. So with her being sideways, you're kind of in between. You're getting there, but you're not quite there yet. And this Eight of Pentacles talks about using your skill sets, using what you know you're good at, using your strengths in order, like recognizing your strengths in order to make these changes that you want to make going forwards. And you need to understand what you're good at in terms of your mental health and where you could use a little bit more work, and then working on those things. Now the Sun and the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is the victory card, right? The fame and fortune, or in this case, the victory over the mental health issues, over the worries about finances, over the worries about having enough, and the overworking and getting the happy home. You're getting clarity, you're getting a rebirth, you're getting growth, right? A new opportunity to be in the sun, to feel the sun on your shoulders. Literally, there's a sunbeam going right across these cards. So you're getting this new opportunity. Ten of Wands, the Magician, and the Wheel of Fortune. So you can have some influence over the Wheel of Fortune by things that you're doing, what you're keeping in your life, what you're deciding no longer belongs in your life. Like feelings of lack, feelings of, betrayal, they aren't helping you if you're sitting in them. I mean, if you have those feelings, you should deal with them and then move on. Like a feeling of betrayal when somebody betrayed you, maybe next time you won't fall for somebody doing the same thing, right? That doesn't mean you should sit and wallow in, oh, I was betrayed by somebody, I was hurt by somebody. That's not healthy. So this Wheel of Fortune is saying, yes, some of it is fate, some of it is destiny, and you can't control it, but there are parts of it that you can control by making the decision to move on, to think about things, to work on yourself and work on your skill set. You can move on. And when you do, you have the ability to leave behind the burdens, to simplify, to work things out for yourself, to work on getting out of there. I mean, the wands are on fire, but there's nobody guarding him. He's got the golden lambskin, he's got a boat. How hard is it to push over some wands, some wooden sticks, right? Just because he's in the middle of the fire now doesn't mean it's going to burn him up or he can't get out of there. He can get out of there, and when he does, he's got what he needs. So you're needing to look at that situation where you feel like you're stuck, like you're trapped, and look at it from that different perspective. And then you've got the Magician, and this is interesting because the wand here is the caduceus, right? I think I said that correctly. It's the healing staff. It's the healing wand. So this Magician is about manifesting what it is you want, starting on the new journey, taking the steps towards what you want, getting all of your emotions, your mental health, your thinking, your physical health, your spiritual health, getting that all together in order to get what you want on your journey. So it's great because you have, the Ten of Cups, You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, you have Eight of Pentacles, you have the Sun and the Six of Wands at the end, but it's all about you putting in that work to have that happy home, to have that emotional satisfaction that you want, and to leave behind the stuff from the past, to leave behind any financial losses, any emotional losses, any competitions that you may feel, envy or jealousy. It's all about you're in control of that, and you can change that. You can make that change and have the victory of the Six of Wands and the Sun. Okay? Have a great day, Taurus. Take care of yourself.